Okay, this tutorial will be delivered in English and Cantonese version. If you want to listen to the Cantonese version, please refer to the timeline below. And if English version is good for you, just continue to enjoy this video. 我呢個教學將會用英文同埋廣東話。如果你係想聽英文嘅，繼續呢個 video 就可以啦。想聽廣東話，你就可以去下邊呢一個嘅時間點，就可以聽到廣東話嘅教學啦。In this tutorial, we will learn about the lookup functions of Excel. We will learn the Vlookup function, lookup function, and the match function. So now we jump directly into the tutorial. And let us see how the Vlookup function works. In here, I want to search for the AB264. What is the price of it? So look up the code for the price. In these cells, I type in the Vlookup function. I type the equal sign first. In Excel, if you type a equal sign in a cell, Excel knows that you want to type an equation or a function. So after the equal sign, I type the lookup function, Vlookup, open the brackets. And the first parameter is the lookup value. So I click on the E11 for the lookup value, and then a comma. After the comma is the second parameter. The second parameter is the table you want to look up. So I highlight the table from D4 to G9. This is the area which I want to look up. So Excel will take this lookup value and then search for the first column from this table. And after the comma is the third parameter. The first parameter is which column you want the value to be returned. In here, I want to search for the price, and the price is in the first column. So I type in a 3. This means I want to return the first column when the corresponding record is searched. And then after the comma is the fourth parameter. The fourth parameter, you have two values to input, rather the choose value or the false value. And you can see if you type in the choose values, that means Vlookup will look up for the approximate match, and false is look up for the exact match. For this example, I type in false. Close the bracket, and then you press enter. When you press enter, Vlookup will look up the price value for you for the codes of AB264. How it works? Vlookup will search for the first column. AB222 is not matched to the AB264, and the second row is AB264. It's matched to this lookup value. And what you want to return is the column 3 of the match value. So the column 3 of the match values is 3,285. So it's returned the price for you. This is how the Vlookup function works. And how about if we want to look up for stocks of the AC394? In the table here, we can see that the AC394 have a stocks of 3,900. Type in equal sign and then the function Vlookup. Open the bracket. The lookup value is from the E13, and then you put a comma. The second column is also this table here, and then the comma. The first parameter is the fourth column because we want to search for the stock, not the price. I put a 4 here, and then I put the values of false. I want to search for the exact value. Close the brackets and press enter. Excel will get you the stock values 3,900. And the last examples of Vlookup is if we want to search for the AC400. The AC400 does not exist in this table. How about if we search for this, and how the Vlookup will give us the answer? Will it give us this not exist, or will it give us approximate values? So in here, I type in the equal sign and the Vlookup function. Open the brackets. The lookup values is from E15, and then the table, and we want to search for the price. So the column is 3. In here, if you doesn't give the fourth parameter, that means the fourth parameter is true. And then you close the brackets and press enter. And look what happened. Excel also give you a value. It's 7,500. This is the values from here. The value from the product code AC394, not AC400. This is the approximate value. So how is work? Because Excel looking for the values AC400. It look for this value. It's not matched. The second not matched. The third is not matched. The fourth not matched, and the fifth. When it's looked for the fifth, is TY283. It's more than AC400. So it gives you the last values, which is nearly or smaller than the AC400, which is AC394. So it gives you the values 7,500. This is what the parameter choose mean. So if you want to search for the exact values, you have to put a false here rather than a true. And when you press enter, this time Excel will give you there's no data about the AC400. So now you understand what is the false parameters true or false mean. How about I don't want the error message £sign and NA? How can I do this? I can use the if function with the Vlookup function. In here, I press F2 to enter and edit the function. Press an if error function before it. That means if this value is error, I give something here. The product code does not exist. So I press enter here. You can see now the cell will give me a values the product code does not exist. Look for another values AC394. This product code does exist, right? So I press enter. This will give me 7,500, the price of this product. So now you know how to use the Vlookup function with 4 parameters. Now I will recap it for you. The Vlookup function, the first parameter is the lookup value, and the second parameter is the lookup table where this value is looked up from. But you have to remember this lookup have to be looked up the first column of the table. You can't put the product code in the second column. And the third parameter is that which column of data you want to return. And the fourth parameter is that if you want to search for the exact value or you want to search for the approximate value. False mean exact values and true mean approximate value. Okay, after the Vlookup function, we now study the lookup function. The lookup function is the same with the Vlookup function with some minor difference. Let's see, if you want to search for the code number AB264 and we want to search for the price of it, but this time we're using another table, the table on the right side here. You can see the difference from these two tables is that the product code is in the second column. So if you try to use the lookup function in this table to look up the code number and its price, you cannot do this because the limitation of the Vlookup is that you have to search for the first column, not the second column from the table. So in here, I rather type in the Vlookup function, I type in the lookup function. In the cell G18, I type in equal sign and the lookup function. Open the bracket, require you to type in the lookup value. The lookup value is from here, the E18. And after the comma, you can see the second parameter is the lookup vector. The vector is not the table, it's just one column of the table. What vectors I want to look up this value from? This is the vector. So I highlight the vectors column from this table, just one column, not the whole table. Then I put a comma here. I want to look up the result. The result vector is the price. So I highlight the result vector, the price of this table. And then I close the bracket. In the lookup function, you just only type in 3 parameters. The first one is the lookup values, and the second one is the lookup vector. The third one is the result vector from here. When you type in these 3 parameters, close the brackets and press enter. You can search for the 3,285, which is the price of this product. And how about if I change it to the Vlookup function? I put it in here, Vlookup. Open the bracket, lookup values is from here, and the lookup table is from here. And then I put a comma. The third column I want to look up, so I put a 3 here and I put a bracket here. When I press enter, it's nothing from here because the Vlookup function is only lookup for the first column, and the first column doesn't have any code AB264. So in this case, I have to use the lookup function rather than the Vlookup function. So if you search for a stock from this table, the code numbers is AC394. If you want to use the lookup function, the equal sign and then the lookup function, the lookup values is E20 and the lookup vector is also this vector because the code in this vector. So after the comma, the third parameter is the result vector. Close the brackets and press enter. The stock is 3,900. But what is the limitation of this lookup function? For example, if you want to look up the price from the code and the code is TY400, you can see there's no codes of TY400 here. So if you type in the lookup function and then use this lookup values, this is the vector you want to look up, and then this is the vector you want the result. and then put a bracket here. And when you press the enter, you get the values 3700, which is this value. So it doesn't have the code TY400, but it used the approximative code. It's TY305. This is the approximate value. So the lookup function doesn't have the exact value parameter because it only has 3 parameters. The 4th parameter is omit. So if you want to use the lookup function rather than the Vlookup function, you have to make sure that this value TY400 must be some code from the table here. How can we make sure that the user type in the code that includes inside this list? In here we have to use the data validation, and now I teach you how to do the data validation from this list. First of all, you highlight this list and then you go to the formula tab. In the formula tab, you click in define name and then define name again. So this is the name, called is product code, and click OK. From now on, this area is mean product code. When you highlight this area, you can see a product code from here. Now you go to the E22 and delete the values and go to the data tab, do a data validation for this cell. So click on data validation and data validation. And after this allows any value to type in this cells. Tell Excel this is not the case. I want a list in type in this cell, which is the list type equal sign the product code. It means the product code is the list from here have to be input in this cell to do the data validation. When I've done this, you can see the cell here have an arrow sign. Click on the arrow sign, you can choose one code from the list. So I have to select TY283 or TY305. But can I type in TY400? When you click enter, Excel will tell you that this TY400 doesn't exist in this list and it ignores the data. You have to re-entry or cancel the data. So when you use the lookup function, you have to use the data validation as well. Okay, after the lookup function and the Vlookup function, we go to the first lookup function of Excel, the match function. Now we go to the first lookup function of Excel, which is called the match function. I will show you how the match function does first. For example, if we have a table here, 5, 10, 16, and 20. This is just a vector, right? So if I type in a function, let's see it's equal match, and then the lookup value. For example, I want to look up a value 14. And then from this array here, okay, and then I put a bracket here. What this means is I want to look up the value 14 from this table, but you can see that there is no 14 from this table, right? So if I close the brackets and press enter, I got 2. What this means is that the match function will look up this table for the values of 14. This value is not 14, and then the second value is just 10, and the third value is 16, is greater than 14. When the value is greater than 14, the match function will go back one cell. Use the maximum values just less than 14, which is 10. 10 is the second column, so it will return 2. It means the value 14 is from the second column or just near to the second column. This 2 is mean column. It means I can search the values of 14 and I will return the columns of the values which is come from. So it gives you not the value, the column number. And what is the use of this match function with the lookup function? For example, in this table here, if you want to buy some apple, banana, lemon, or pear from a shop, and the shop states that, for example, if you want to buy 5 pounds of apple, the shop will charge you $5 per pound. And if you buy more, 10 pounds of this apple, the shop will charge you only $4.8 per pound. Buy more than 20 pounds of apple, the shop will charge you $4.3 per pound. So how about if you want to buy some lemon? The type of the fruit is lemon. How many pounds you want to buy? I want to buy, let's say 16 pounds. I create this table, and in here I want to know how much per pound of this fruit. Okay, if you want to buy lemon, so you go to this row lemon, and if you want to buy 16 pounds, so how much is the price per pound? 16 pounds should be this one because it's less than 20 pounds, right? So the dollars here should be 2.2. But this I type in manually. I want to use the match lookup function to look up for this value for me and put it in here. If I change this lemon to pear, or if I change this lemon to banana, and the values also change as well, right? So how can I use the match function with the Vlookup function to search the corresponding pies per pound into this cell? I click the cursor into this cells and type in equal sign, and I put in Vlookup. What is the lookup value? The lookup value is lemon, right? So lookup value is lemon, and then the comma. After the comma is the lookup table. This is the lookup table, right? Apple, banana, lemon, and pear. And after the lookup table, which column do I want? If I buy 16 pounds, the column is here, because the 16 is just greater than 15, is less than 20. So the value should be the fifth column of this table, right? So I put in 5. Bracket here, and I press enter. I got 2.2. But what's wrong with this equation? This equation is wrong because this 5 is manually put in. So if the value 16 is changed to 20 or 25 or changed to 5, it also gives me 2.2 per pound. But you can see here, the lemon, if you only buy 5 pounds, you have to pay 2.5 per pound, not 2.2. So this lookup function has some limitation because this value is typed in manually, not automatically. So I want to change this value to automatically. I delete the number 5 and type in the function match. The first parameter of the match function is the lookup value. I want to look up this value 5 from this array here. So the second parameter is the row. I want to look up the number 5 from this row here, 0, 5. So it's the number 5. This gives me the second column, right? And you remember the match function just gives you the column number, not the value itself, the second column. And for the table here, this pie is not the second column, it's the third column. So I have to add 1 to this column and close the bracket. This one close the bracket. This bracket is close the Vlookup bracket here. Okay, and then this is the match function inside the Vlookup function. Because this match function only gives you the second column from here, so I want the third column. I have to add 1 to the column number and then close the bracket. So press enter. I can see if I want to buy 5 pounds of lemon, I have to pay $2.5 per pound. If I want to buy lemon, but I want to buy 12 pounds, change the pound number to 12 pounds. I click enter. I can see the value will change to 2.4. The shop will charge me $2.4 per pound. How about if I buy 12 pounds of banana? It's 2.9 per pound. And how about 25 pounds of banana? Is $2.5 per pound. So this is the equation you type in. You make use of the match function and the Vlookup function as well. You put a function inside another function. In Excel, what we call is function of function, or you just call this is an equation of function. Is this okay for all these lookup function? The Vlookup function, the lookup function, and the match function. There's many small lookup function of Excel. If you want to search for different lookup function, you can go to the formula tab, and here you can see the lookup and the reference function. This is all the lookup and the reference function. What we have covered today is just the Vlookup function, the lookup function, and the match function. There's many more functions. Hope you can enjoy Excel with different lookup functions. It's all for today's tutorials. Enjoy it. Give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Adios. Hasta la vista. 好，喺呢一度我準備咗一個 code table。喺呢個 code table 裏邊咧，大家就可以見到個 product code 啦，一間公司賣嘅 product 一紮嘅 code 擺咗喺度啦。supplier 邊個供應商 ，price 就係個價錢啦，同埋 in stock 就係個 inventory 就貨倉擺嘅貨有幾多。咁而家咧，我哋就利用第一個嘅 lookup function 就係 Vlookup。假設我知道有一件貨叫做 AB264，我想揾翻佢個價錢，咁我就喺呢一個位啦。係打一個 Vlookup function 喺呢度，我就打一個等號。喺 Excel 裏邊，如果你打等號嘅話 ，Excel 就知道你後邊會打一個 equation 或者一個 function。咁我而家打一個 function 叫做 Vlookup。開括弧嘅第一個參數，第一個 parameter 就係個 lookup value，你想揾啲乜嘢 AB264，所以個 lookup value 就會係 E11。comma 之後就第二個參數，你想喺邊個 table 嗰度揾，我就 highlight 呢個 table。唔好包括上 高嗰個 table field name， 咁就係 D4 至到 G9，comma 之後就第3個參數。當你揾到 AB264，你就喺邊一個 column 嗰度去攞翻個 value。因為我想揾個 price， 所以係應該係第3個 column， 所以我打3。後邊第4個參數就會係 false 或者係 true。如果係 false 嘅話，就會要揾 exact value；如果係 true 嘅話，就 approximately 近似嘅數字就 OK 啦。咁咩叫近似？咩叫 exact？ 我係暫時唔好理，我而家打翻就係 false， 跟住3個括弧撳 enter， 你就應該揾到3285，即係呢個 product 啦，係3285蚊嘅。跟住另外啦，我要揾嘅就係一個 stock， 就係 AC394嘅 stock， 應該係3900嘅存貨，所以我就 click 落呢個 cell， 我亦都係打等於 Vlookup 開括弧，第一個參數你想揸住啲乜嘢去揾，就係 AC394E13，comma 之後第二個參數喺邊個 table 揾，喺呢個 table 揾。當我哋揾到之後，我哋要第4個 column， 所以我呢度打4，後邊我亦都係打 false 呢個 value 噶。當我撳 enter， 你會見到就係3900。嗱，跟住落嚟，如果我要揾個 price from 一個 code， 而呢個 code 就係 AC400。嗱，我哋睇到根本冇 AC400呢樣嘢喺我哋嗰個 product code table 裏邊嘅。咁如果我哋喺 Vlookup 度揾嘅時候，會出現啲咩問題呢？我打等於 Vlookup 開括弧，第一個參數就係 AC400啦，即係 E15。第二個參數就係呢個 table， 第3個參數將會係我要揾嘅 price， 即係第3個 column。當我撳 enter， 你會見到佢幫我揾到7500蚊嘅，但個答案係錯嘅，因為7500蚊唔係 AC400， 因為 AC400 根本唔存在，冇理由揾到7500蚊嘅。究竟後邊發生咗咩事呢？最主要呢，就係喺後邊佢幫我揾 AC400， 呢個就係 AC254， 呢個就係 AC394， 呢個就係 TY 已經過咗 AC400， 我就會翻前一個最接近 AC400 又細過 AC400 嘅 code， 佢會揾翻呢個 value 俾我，即係7500呢個 value 俾翻我噶。咁喺呢個情況就出現咗一個問題，佢就揾錯 value。如果 user 信佢呢個數字嘅話呢，就好大件事啦。咁我哋點算呢？我哋撳翻 F2 去改翻呢一個嘅 function。呢個 function 我加第4個參數，第4個參數呢就係 false， 即係話俾你聽，我一定要揾到 AC400， 要 exact value。當我打咗 false 之後，我撳 enter 啦，佢就話俾我聽揾唔到 AC400 啊 ，rather than 去俾一個錯誤嘅答案我噶。咁係較為好少少噶，但係呢個答案都唔係我中意嘅答案，因為 NA 代表啲乜嘢我唔知道，所以呢，我亦都可以用多一個 function， 嗰個就係 if function 啦。咁我教大家點樣用個 if function 同埋個 Vlookup 一齊啦。咁我就 click 落呢度啦，跟住我嘅 F2 去 edit 嗰個 function。喺個 Vlookup function 之前，我就打一個 function 叫做 if error， 即係話如果呢個 Vlookup 係出現 error 嘅話呢，我就俾另外一個答案去。嗰個答案呢，就係 product code does not found， 即係揾唔到個 product code。冇問題，我撳 enter， 你會見到咧，佢就寫住 product code does not found 噶。如果你個 product code 係有嘅，例如你做 product code 改做 TY283 係有呢個 product code， 呢度咧就會出現嗰個 product code 嘅 price， 但係冇呢個 product code 284嘅話咧，呢度就會出現嗰句，因為我哋講如果呢個係有 error 嘅話咧，你就彈呢句俾我；如果冇 error 啊，你就揾翻呢一句嘅 value， 亦即係正確嘅product code 嘅 price。咁呢一個咧就係 Vlookup 嘅 function。接住落嚟，我哋會講埋 lookup 嘅 function。咁 lookup 嘅 function 同 Vlookup 嘅 function 有咩分別呢？我哋呢度睇睇啦。喺呢度我哋亦都係揾 AB264 呢一個 product 嘅 price 噶，亦即係當然係3200幾啦。不過我哋揾嘅時候咧，我哋就唔係用 Vlookup 嘅 function， 我哋係用等於lookup 嘅 function 噶，咁而呢個 lookup 嘅 function 開括之後咧，就係個 lookup value 啦，亦即係呢一個 value E18 啦，跟住 comma 之後就個 lookup vector。點解我哋要用 lookup function 咧？因為今次我哋用嘅係另外一個表噶，呢個表咧就係個 product code 啦，係擺喺第二個 column 噶。嗱，留意翻個 product code， 如果擺喺第二個 column 嘅話咧，我哋就係唔可以攞個 product code 去呢個 table 度用 Vlookup lookup 噶，我哋一定要用 lookup function 去 lookup 噶，因為佢擺喺第二個 column， 而 Vlookup 嘅限制就一定係第一個 column 先至可以噶。咁我而家咧就 comma 之後咧有個 lookup vector， 呢個 vector 就唔係一個 table， 所以我就 highlight 呢個 vector， 即係我話俾個 Excel 聽啦，唔該你揸住 AB264 啦，去呢一個 vector 度揾下有冇 AB264。 14㗎。如果有嘅話咧，就 comma 之後就俾翻個 result vector 嘅話我嘅，咁呢個 result vector 就係呢一個啦。因為如果你揾到 AB264啦，唔該你喺呢度 corresponding 第2行嗰度啦，揾翻呢個3285俾我啦，刪翻個括弧撳 enter， 你就會見到個價錢咧係3285㗎。跟住落嚟，如果你要揾 AC394，不過你揾嘅就係個 stop， 即係呢一個位。我用 lookup 嘅話，我就打等於 lookup 開括弧。第一個就係個 lookup value E20啦，跟住第二個就係個 lookup vector， 亦即係呢個 vector 啦。第三個就係個 result vector， 就唔係個 price 而係個 stop， 然之後刪翻個括弧撳 enter， 你見到佢都係揾到3900㗎。跟住落嚟，我哋睇下 lookup 嘅 function 有啲咩問題。咁個問題就係當個 lookup 嗰個 value 咧係喺呢一度，我哋打落去。如果我揾嘅係 TY383，跟住我喺呢一度咧，我就打個 lookup function， 揾嘅 TY383 喺邊個 vector 度揾？當然我哋冇 TY383㗎。咁我睇下發生咩事。我揾完之後咧，就揾翻個 price， 即係呢一個 vector 係個 result vector 啊，刪翻個括弧撳 enter， 你要見到佢揾到3700蚊㗎。原因佢揾 TY383啦，喺度揾 TY383 呢度係30，下一個應該係 TY383係咪？但係下一個係冇啊，即係個 value 係冇 TY383嘅，佢就會揾翻上一個細個 TY383 嗰個 value， 即係 TY305，咁就會俾翻3700蚊嚟㗎。喺呢個情況咧，3700蚊係錯㗎，因為3700蚊嗰個曲咧應該係305而唔係383㗎。咁我點去解決呢個問題呢？我哋要擺翻第4個 parameter， 即係我哋要揾個 exact value 係咪？但係好可惜啦 ，lookup function 係冇 exact value 第4個參數㗎。咁我點算呢？我就要喺呢一度做啲手腳啦。我就 highlight 呢個 cell 啦，然之後 delete 咗佢先。嗱，跟住我要話俾佢聽咧，喺呢度係一個 list 嚟㗎。然之後喺呢個 cell 裏邊咧，我要做個 data validation 㗎。分開兩個程序。第一個程序我哋 highlight 呢個 list 嘅數值，跟住走去 formulas 呢個 tab， 然之後喺 define name 裏邊嘅 define name 之後，我就話俾你聽呢一個 name 就叫做 P 曲㗎，任何個名都俾你㗎。咩意思？即係由呢一刻開始啦，由呢個位至到呢個位，呢個 list 嘅 value 啦，將會係叫做 P 曲。然之後我就走去呢個 cell 裏邊，即係 E22裏邊，我就話俾你聽 E22呢個 cell 啦，一定要喺 P 曲嗰度求其揾個 value 落嚟，唔可以亂咁打㗎。咁我點樣做呢？就擺喺呢個 cell 裏邊，就走去 data 呢個 tab， 然之後揾 data validation 裏邊嘅 data validation。喺個 data validation 裏邊，我就由 any value 揀去 list value， 然之後話俾你聽係等於 P 曲㗎。大概嘅意思就係話呢個 cell 裏邊所有嘅數字一定要喺 P 曲呢個 list 裏邊去揾。你會睇到佢即時出現咗一個箭嘴，我哋撳一撳呢個箭嘴，我哋就可以揀 TY283 或者 TY350。咁呢度我揀 TY283，佢就出現個價錢咧係2900㗎。如果我再揀個係AC254係4980，咁我可唔可以喺呢一度咧係打翻頭先我嗰個位，即係 TY380 咧或者係400咧？咁呢度如果我打 TY400啦，呢度根本冇 TY400係咪？但係我呢度打 TY400 撳 Enter 啦 ，Excel 就話俾我聽唔得 ，TY400 根本唔喺度存在㗎。咁樣就係避免咗我嘅錯誤。咁所以如果你要用 lookup rather than Vlookup 嘅時候咧，你記住要用埋 data validation 同埋 name 嘅 define 啦。最後我哋睇下個 match function， 原來除咗 Vlookup 同埋 lookup 兩個 lookup function 之外啦，我哋可以有個 match function 㗎。咁我哋睇睇 match function 究竟做咩先。假設我而家有個數字啦，係1啦、10啦、15啦、70啦，跟住我用個 match function 去揾啦。呢度我打等於 match 呢個 function 啦。我想揾嗰個 value 咧係14㗎。嗱，你見到呢度係冇14啊，1、10、15同埋70，但我想揾14，跟住我 comma 啦，喺邊度揾咧？就喺呢個 list 度揾㗎。刪翻個括弧。當我撳 enter 啦，你見到佢俾個2我㗎。咁呢個2代表啲乜嘢啦？嗱，佢就嘗試喺呢個 list 裏邊揾14呢個數字。咁會發覺呢個係1就細過14啦，跟住下一個10細過14啦，跟住下一個15已經大過14係咪？當15大過14，即係話再揾落去已經冇意思㗎啦。記住呢個 list 係由細至大嘅，咁冇意思嘅時候呢，咁14嗰個 value 點呢？佢就會揾翻前一個啊。咁前一個係10，啱啱細過14，又唔大得過14啊，亦未必等於14啊，等於係最好啦，唔等於冇問題，咁樣就係10㗎。咁10係咩？10係呢個 table 裏邊嘅第2個 column 係咪？呢個第一個 column、第2、第3同第4。所以話俾你聽，第2個 column 啦，係揾到個數字咧係接近14，亦都係細過14㗎。咁呢個就係個 match function 嚇。咁你話，有咩用呢？ OK 成個 match function 就好簡單，話翻俾你聽個 column 嘅。咁有咩用呢？我哋睇睇上高呢個表啦。上高呢個表呢，就係一間鋪頭啦，係賣生果嘅。咁我又賣蘋果、banana、lemon， 即係檸檬同埋個梨啦。咁喺蘋果嘅時候呢，如果你同佢買5磅啦，即係5至9磅啦，佢就會計你5蚊一磅噶。如果你同佢買15磅至到19磅啦，佢就同你計4個半一磅噶，即係每磅都會平翻啲俾你，因為你買多啊嘛，係咪？咁如果你買20磅或者以上啦嘅蘋果咧，佢會計你4個3一磅噶。我哋睇睇點樣利用個 match function 啦，去計翻買幾多磅啦。假設如果你買嘅唔係蘋果，你假設你買嘅係檸檬 lemon，OK， 而你買嘅係17磅，咁正常檸檬17磅咧，應該係15至到20之間，係咪？就應該係計你2個2噶。咁所以喺呢個位咧，你就應該打個 Vlookup 個 function， 開括弧揾嘅係咩咧？買嘅係咩咧？就係檸檬。咁買嘅檸檬喺邊個 table 揾檸檬呢樣嘢咧？就係呢個 table lookup， 係咪？當我揾到檸檬，咁檸檬第幾個 column 啦？如果係17磅嘅話，就應該係1、2、3、4、5第5個 column， 所以呢我打個5字落去噶。咁你就揾到2個2噶。但係你會留意呢一個嘅 equation 有一個問題噶，個問題就係呢個5字啦。呢個5字係我人手打落去嘅，咁係咩意思呢？如果我同你買檸檬，不過我買係80磅，咁佢計我幾錢一磅呢？2個2噶，佢應該計我2蚊一磅噶，因為我買超過20磅啊，係咁但係佢仍然計我2個2，原因就係喺呢一個 function 裏邊，我係打5噶，一定係第5個 column 啊，無論你買少買多都係第5個 column 計錢，都係計2個2。佢買少啲呢，假設佢買少啲，買得2磅嘅啫，但係都係計佢2個2噶，咁係唔正確噶，因為2磅應該計佢咧就係2個半噶，因為0至4磅咧係2個半，但係計2個2，即係話呢個 value 本身咧係有問題噶，呢個5字。rather 定你自己打落去啦，你就打個 function match 開括弧 match 乜嘢咧？就 match 呢個磅數。我將個2咧喺度抄啊，喺邊度抄？就喺上高呢度抄啊，有冇個2字啦 comma 之後咧就喺呢度抄個2字啦，即係幾多磅啊？佢應該個2咧就係啱係細過5啦，咁所以佢應該咧就會揾到第一個 column， 因為呢個係0至到4啊嘛，所以0至到4咧都係第一個 column， 所以呢個位咧佢係俾個1字嚟噶，其實係成個 table 裏邊咧係第2個 column 啊，因為 lemon 呢度咧應該係第2個 column， 所以我就將呢個 match 呢個 column 啦係加多1呢個數字俾佢噶，3個括弧撳 enter 係計2個半噶，如果係檸檬你買2磅咧就2個半噶。如果係蘋果 ，OK， 你買2磅咧就係5蚊噶，1磅係咪？咁如果係蘋果你買17磅咧 ，banana 買17仲係2個8噶，咁但係 banana 買12磅咧就係2個9啊。呢一個嘅 function of function 你見到我將個 match 係擺落個 Vlookup 裏邊，呢個叫 function of function， 係會幫助你去解決呢啲類似呢啲 two-dimensional 嘅 search table 嘅問題噶。如果你純粹用 Vlookup 或者純粹用 match， 你係做唔到嗰個效果嘅。到呢一度我哋個 tutorial 就完結啦。我哋 tutorial 包括咗 Vlookup 啦、lookup 啦同埋 match function， 即係喺 Excel 裏邊有冇多啲嘅 lookup function 係有嘅。你只要擺去一個空白嘅地方，走去 formula 呢個 tab， 你見到呢度咧係 lookup and reference 嘅 function， 咁呢一紮咧都係 lookup function 噶。咁喺 lookup function 裏邊，我哋講過嘅就係 Vlookup 啦，我哋講過嘅就係 lookup 同埋 match function 噶。其實仲有好多噶。咁我哋個 tutorial 咁短時間，即係介紹咗3個 lookup function 俾大家知道。如果大家想玩多啲 lookup function， 不妨走去呢一度再揾啦。OK， 今日就到此為止啦。如果你中意我個 video， 俾個 like 我 ，subscribe 我 channel， 介紹多啲朋友去睇我呢個 channel。咁我呢個 channel 大家都知道乜嘢都有講噶，只要我識我就會教大家噶。多謝大家收睇啦 ，Adios，hasta la vista。